As teenage girls, we're often so scared by adults over falling pregnant young that we basically start to believe that just looking at a guy could get us knocked up. It's a harsh reality when, as adults, we actually start to try for that baby and it doesn't come so quickly. But you know what? It's not so strange because although we are led to believe otherwise, there are only a few days in our cycle that we are actually fertile. And when those days are exactly may come as a surprise to you. Hello lovelies, and welcome to another one of my videos in which we'll be talking about when you should be having sex in your cycle and how often to increase your chances of falling pregnant. And you know, the short answer is you should have sex in your fertile window. But obviously we can elaborate a little bit more on that because when is your fertile window? Your fertile window opens about 5 days before you ovulate. And media, especially movies, tell us kind of that we are fertile when we are ovulating or when we have ovulated, and that is just not true. As soon as you have ovulated, your chance that cycle is basically gone. So you really want to make sure that you can figure out when you're about to ovulate so you can time lovemaking right before, because you want the sperm to have already come inside and swum up so that it's there and ready for as soon as that egg is released. The reason for this is that sperm can live a lot longer than an egg can, and since that egg has only a very short lifespan, you want to make sure that that sperm is already there so that they can make the most of that time when the egg is released. You don't want the egg to be released and be like, so where is everybody? So for you to time lovemaking before ovulation, you need to know when you are ovulating, right? Textbooks tell us that women ovulate on cycle day 14, and cycle day 1 is the first day of your period. But you know what? Even for those that this usually happens, it doesn't happen every cycle, and it just really varies per person. So in order for you to not miss out on ovulation in your current cycle, you really want to watch out for fertile signs that are telling you that ovulation is about to happen. Now, if you're not sure about this, then make sure to sign up to my free Basics to Fertility Charting course, because that tells you exactly how you can find your personal fertile window, what your pattern is over your cycles, but also how you can find your fertile window right now if you haven't already ovulated this cycle. If you have already been trying to find your fertile window, but it is a bit tricky because your charts may be all over the place, your temperatures are crazy, you may not have any cervical mucus or several batches of positive ovulation tests, then I think my chart interpretation course is what will help you. And I'm so excited to announce in this video that it is launching on May 15th. I've been kind of promising this chart interpretation course for a long time. I've been getting loads of questions from you guys. How can I interpret my charts? And I thought a course was the best way to put the tools in your hands so that you can interpret your own charts. In honor of this course launching, I am taking the opportunity of today's video to launch an early bird offer so that you can jump on the first bundle of this course at a reduced price. This offer will be out there for a limited time, so make sure that you grab it while you can. And of course, I will link both the free course and this new chart invitation course in the description down below. Now that you know that you should be having sex in your fertile window to maximize your chances of falling pregnant, you may be wondering, how often should we be having sex? Should we have sex twice a day, 3 times a day, every day? Is once enough? And here's what my recommendation is always to my patients. As soon as you see fertile cervical mucus show up after your period, you start to make love at least every other day, because that's a sign that your fertile window is either about to open or has already opened. So you want to grab that time. And as soon as you see a positive ovulation test, that means you are about to ovulate, so you're right before. This is when you want to increase lovemaking to at least once a day, until you have a 3 raised temperature. Those 3 temperatures will confirm to you that ovulation has already happened, so that you have actually made use of the super fertile part of your fertile window. Again, if ovulation test and cervical mucus is making you a little bit like, what's she talking about? Go and sign up to my free charting course. Everything is described right there that you need. Now you may think, okay, so that's it, right? We make love every other day and then every day in the fertile window and that's it. No! You should most definitely also make time to make love in your luteal phase, so the second half of your cycle when you actually aren't fertile anymore. And there are 3 reasons for that. First of all, if you're only making love in your fertile window, that puts a lot of pressure on making love. Secondly, it takes making love away from being an expression of your relationship, and it turns it just into what is often called baby dancing. Now, if you really want to kill your partner's libido, call it baby dancing. And then thirdly, if you aren't convinced by the other 2 things, there's another really good reason for you to make love in your luteal phase as well, and that is if you abstain from sex too long, the quality of sperm actually goes down. The DNA starts to degrade. So although if you abstain for a longer period of time, the sperm count may go up, and you may have heard of this, and you may think, oh, well, we should just, wait. The quality really goes down significantly. So make sure that you make time for some intimacy in your luteal phase as well. Now, if you're interested in more videos on charting, I've got a playlist for you that you can click on. It's on your screen right now. And in the meantime, see you in the next video. Bye!